class final self-assessment for the semester. A little bittersweet. It's gone by so fast that it's sad that it's over. I think for some of you, you had mentioned that you were not looking forward to this being the end, but also sweet in that you get to see what your improvement looks like. So I'm really hoping to see a lot of improvement between your 1s and 2s on your forms, and I think that's going to happen just historically in this class. That's what I see typically. So remember that the form is what you're going to put your results. So you'll put all the number 2. So this is the second time that we've done this, okay? You're not doing each exercise 2 times. You're doing each exercise 1 time and you're answering it in all the number 2 lines results because it is the second time that we've done the assessment, okay? So just keep in mind that you want to see how far you can go with each exercise, how many max that you can do, and we are going to start with the breath test, and then once we're done with the breathing part, then you'll be able to go right into the next exercises, which I'll do a little warm-up before we go into those. So make sure that you have maybe a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper, or maybe your phone. You can just plug it in to which exercise that you're doing. So you'll want to write or enter the name of the exercise and then your result. And then you can transfer that information onto your form later to send to me. So let's see. So for the breathing, so there's going to be some exercises that I do with you and then some exercises that I don't do with you. So we're going to go ahead and start with the breathing. And the breathing, I'm not going to do this with you, but remember it's just 1 full breath. That's it. So you're going to inhale, not hold your breath, but inhale as deeply and slowly as you can, and transition real slow into a really long, slow, drawn out exhale. And you're going to time yourself doing that. So you'll need a clock, or you'll need your phone, or you can count in your head how long it takes you to just breathe 1 time. So you'll start the clock when you start to inhale, and then you'll stop the clock when you're done exhaling. Okay, so just remember it's nice and slow, and then just counting or watching the clock. And then you'll write down that number on your piece of paper next to breath. And then we'll go on to the next one, which is our warm-up. So go ahead and you can pause the video right now, do your breath, and then press play and come on back. All right, so you did your breathing exercise. Hopefully you had some pretty good improvement there. We're going to go ahead and warm up. So before we start testing with our 100, we're just going to warm up with chest expansion as usual. Let's go side bends. And down for cat and cow. Let's go dynamic. And we'll do a little bit of seated leg circles just because we're testing with our legs, so we don't want to start without warming up. So go ahead and just circle slowly, just small. And reverse. And switch. reverse. Good. And knee tuck. Okay, so on your paper, go ahead and write down 100, and then this is where you're going to test for the 100. So we tested with low leg angle, and we're going to do traditional, which arms stay down, palms stay down. And you're only going to 100, which is 10 total breaths, okay? So once you get to 100 pumps or 10 total breaths, then you're done. And you can write down your result as 100. If your form is compromised at any point and your legs come down, head comes down before the 100 mark, you're just gonna make sure that you're keeping count, as we always do in every session, right? And you'll write your results for that, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do this with you. So make sure you have that low angle of the legs. So come on down, bring those legs down, and make sure you're counting, and you can begin when you're ready. All right, so once again, when you're done, just write down your result for your 100, okay? And then we're gonna go ahead and move on. And I am gonna do this next one with you. So this is our Fab 5. So go ahead and write down on your paper Fab 5. So this is where it gets a little confusing. And if you don't have your results from your number 1 results, you're just gonna have to go by memory, I guess, or you can just try to do the minimum, okay? So the Fab 5, the first time we tested for the Fab 5, we all did it the same way, which was 5 repetitions of each exercise in a row, which was the 5 exercises, right? So some of you stopped short of the 5th exercise, which was the double straight. And so you wrote down like 4. Maybe you got to single straight, all the way through single straight, but you didn't finish double straight, so you put 4. Or some of you didn't get to single straight and you finished crisscross, so you put 3. But we all did it at 5 repetitions, right? If you completed the whole routine, 5 repetitions, 5 exercises, you would have put 5, okay? You're going to do more repetitions than the 5 if you completed the 5, if you can remember doing that. If you feel confident that you can do, and you don't remember, but you can do more than 5, then go for it, right? You're going to decide how many reps you're going to do. So maybe 6 or 7 or 8, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to attempt 8 of each one, and so that I can see a significant improvement. If you did not do the 5, completed the 5, I want you to repeat the 5 again, 5 repetitions again. So you're just going to do 5 reps of 5 exercises, okay? Because I'm doing 8, if you were only doing 5, you're obviously going to be transitioning to the next exercise quicker than I am, right? So just remember, it's single leg, double leg, crisscross, single straight, double straight. Okay, if you want to write those down so you can transition on your own. Single leg, double leg, crisscrosses in the middle, that's the 3rd one. We're going to do traditional, okay, everything traditional. Single straight, double straight, so the straight leg exercises are at the end. Then you're going to write your results down, and you're going to put in parentheses if you did more than 5. So in parentheses, if I complete my 8 repetitions of 5 exercises, I'm going to put in parentheses 8. Okay, and that just shows that I did 8 repetitions of 5 exercises. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to start with single leg. Now I'm doing 8, remember, so I'll count out loud and I'll try to cue you into the next exercise, but you really are going to have to do this on your own. So I'm just here to help along. All right, here we go. Single leg, 8 of these. Ready? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, this is 8, double leg, in, out, and sweep, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a crisscross. After crisscross is single straight, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Single straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After single straight is double straight. 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to put 8 repetitions in parentheses of the 5. So I'm going to put 8 in that number 2 line, or whatever your result is, right? Good. Okay, so the next exercise, we're going to just pause here for a moment, just recover here before we get this going. But the next exercise, go ahead and write down a roll up. So the first time we did this, most likely you just did 1, right? Some of you may not have completed it, so you wrote a little description of where you got stuck, right? So upper back was off the mat, whatever it was. You're going to try and do multiple roll-ups if you can. If not, if you're still stuck and you can't get all the way up, you're just going to see how far up you can get again. And you're going to write that little description under the number 2 next to roll-up, okay? So with the roll-up, you can just do like a maximum of 5 if you can do a roll-up, because I doubt if you did 5 the first time. But if you did, if you remember that for sure, then you're just going to try to pass that up, okay? So the roll-up, it was tested with straight legs, okay? No bend in the knees. So we're going to go ahead and straighten the legs, bring our arms back. I'm going to demonstrate, and then you're going to go ahead and test, okay? So it's just a traditional roll-up, all the way up and all the way down. Okay? So however many you'd like to do of your roll-up, go ahead and pause the video, test your roll-up, write down your result, and then press play and come on back. All right, you guys, so you just did your roll up. So now we're gonna go into push up leg pull down. So go ahead and write down on your paper, push up leg pull down. So this is also another exercise that you tried to do as many as you could, okay? I don't think you went over 5, but you can do as many as you'd like, just to show improvement. And you also did either a traditional push-up with the knees off the floor or modified with your knees on the floor. So you would have circled one or the other. You can test the same way again, or if you did a modified the first time and you want to test traditional the second time, just write down traditional underneath that number 2 line, okay? I'm going to demonstrate and then you're going to pause the video and do it on your own. So modified looks like this. And then repeat. That's 1, okay? Traditional looks like this. Knees off the floor, push up, pull down, repeat, okay? All right, go ahead and pause the video. Do your push-up leg pull down, write down your result, and then come on back. All right, so you just did your push-up leg pull down. We're gonna go into our spine stretch exercise. So go ahead and write down spine stretch on your paper. So remember that this is a distance. So we wrote down how far were our hands landed on the floor in comparison to our legs or our feet, okay? So we're gonna warm up a spine stretch. So go ahead and just go through a few. Remember, the feet are just outside the width of the mat or just outside the width of your hips if you don't have a mat. Good. Okay, so we're gonna test. So we're gonna go one final spine stretch. We're gonna go as far as we can out, and then we're gonna lower our hands. All right, here we go. All the way out, as far as we can go. Drop your hands, and then you're going to write down wherever your hands are or your wrists are. So my wrists are past my heels. So I'm gonna write down wrists past heels. And then you'll just write down wherever your hands were, okay? All right, so write that down, and then we're gonna turn over. I'm gonna explain Superman pulls. So I'm gonna demonstrate Superman pulls, and then you're gonna pause the video and do this yourself, okay? Okay, so Superman pulls. Arms are leading the head. Remember, the arms and legs come up. I pull my elbows back at my sides. I extend my arms back up to start, and then I lower. That's 1. So you'll do this in a row until you stop or you feel comfortable that you've exceeded or gone beyond that original number. Okay, so keep count as you lift and lower. Go ahead and pause the video and do your Superman pulls, and then press play and come on back. All right, so you just finished your Superman pulls, which is the last exercise of the final assessment. So the remaining part are the personal goals. So you would have written down personal goals. You're just basically going to look back at your form and you're going to respond to those original personal goals with any exercises or any goals that you accomplished. I want you to give me like a little summary of ones you accomplished, maybe ones you didn't accomplish, close to accomplishing, and just kind of just give me a little bit of information, some feedback about those personal goals, okay? And that's it. So just remember, you're gonna download the form. If it's not downloaded, download it again. Go ahead and open it on your computer. You're going to plug in your numbers for your number 2s. You're going to save that document with the 1s and 2 results, okay? And then you're going to submit that form back to me. And that's where you get your points, okay? And then the last thing you'll do is the weekly connection. So look for the weekly connection as well for points. That's it, you guys. We're done. So no more assignments after the weekly connection and you submitting your results for your assessment. And I hope you enjoyed the class. It sounds like from all the feedback I've been getting, you really did. And I hope you saw major strength improvements. And yeah, so I wish you all luck and take care. And maybe I'll see you in the future in some of my other fitness classes. All right, take care. Bye.